Right, my job is to look at retail and consumer applications for Roland. Those of you who don't know Roland, we are a Japanese printer and imaging technologies manufacturer, and we're here because some of you use our kit, some of you want to use our kit, and I really, really want you to use our kit in your stores where you have them. In-store theatre. We have, in the UK, a brilliant reputation for innovation in retail. We also have the brilliant reputation for creating theatre and creative services. One area that we see as big growth, and as part of my corporate thing with the target on the back of my head, is to put printing systems and printing environments inside retail stores. Now, the personalisation industry has done a really good job at this in doing it online. And we see little bits of it offline. But actually, there's so much more to do, and I believe we're just at the edge of a real change in the way that we view imaging technology. So to me, this is all about creating razzle-dazzle. It's about wowing consumers and engaging people. Whoops, down. Many of us know imaging technology or have seen it, and we work with it every day, and it's relatively boring. But to our customers, consumers, our partners, our friends, and our kids, it's real magic. When you produce something in front of them and it has their name on it, or a picture of something that they identify with, or a brand that they're associated with, it becomes truly magic. And we know that showmanship is everything in the retail space. And I know my partners and my people that I work with in the retail environment, they do suffer from a problem of conformity, and they suffer from a problem of falling footfall. So creating an environment where we do something in store adds huge value. And part of this process is all about telling a story. Our friends here at Disney know all about stories, and as production people, we know all about making things. And actually bringing those two together creates an opportunity for us to tell stories and invite people into our environments and create products and services for them that work both online and offline. And to do this, we need a cast. We need engaged people. We need people that understand the technologies that we have and that engage with our customers and our consumers, and to create the theatre that we want to create for an in-store environment. And then we have our crew. And our crew is all the people that sit in the background, the guys, the producers, the money, people like me and my colleagues who make the technologies work. And actually, we need a new dynamic in the industry of where we all start to talk together about creating new technologies. Because many of these technologies don't exist today, and many of these technologies have come from different environments, and they're going to require us all, in some way or another, to work together to deliver them. The ultimate goal of this process, about creating in-store theatre for production, is about everything that you've heard today. It's about emotion. It's about creating memories and creating ideas and things that people can't find in their own home space, and then taking something away with them. And as we said earlier, it's all about belonging. It's about being part of a family, understanding that you're part of something other than just yourself. Or it might even be that actually being yourself, being an individual in this process, is the thing that you want to achieve. And that's a part of the personalisation, and it's a part of the tribal attitude that Andrew talked about earlier. Essentially, it's all about buying the t-shirt. And whether it's a t-shirt or a technology product that's been personalised, it doesn't really matter. Actually, it's a symbol of who you are, who you belong to, and how you do it. The benefits of putting production or personalisation into a store are quite significant, especially at the moment where retail footfall's dropping. So it does increase high footfall, and whether you're personalising in a warehouse or in a fulfillment site and shipping to store for people to pick up, or whether you're doing it in store at an event or at a sporting environment or any environment, it helps, engages people. They become associated with the brand, and this is all, we've seen all this before, increases loyalty, and most importantly to me, adds experience to the whole process. And you know, at the end of the day, we're not here because we're just going to turn up. We're here to make money. And in-store personalisation and the theatre surrounding that enables you to essentially monetize all of your existing assets and also create new environments and create new products. So from a manufacturer's perspective, so we make hardware. My job is to sell you kit. There's no sort of process. But actually, using the equipment that we build and the equipment that we will create in the future, we want to create experiences for people. We want them to be authentic. We want them to come away with something of value. And we want you and the brands and the retailers and the manufacturers in this room to be more playful and experiment with new techniques. Because we have between us a whole range of technologies and processes that we can use. So a little bit about the processes. So I talked about why in-store is important. We have technology today that works. We've proven it. We have sites that we can visit, places that have done this thing using both our technology, Gateway's technology, and some other fairy dust that we've created. But more important, we have a vision for tomorrow. This business is not going to go away. Retail, in-store, personalisation is a part of our future. So today's technology, and I won't list them to you, allow you to do all of these processes. Many of these processes require big, heavy hardware, complicated technical processes and trained staff. This will change, and each one of those technologies can be integrated to generate personalised product. And we can make them smaller, and we can make them more engageable, have the ability for normal operational staff to be able to use them effectively in store. The future, which I guess is the bit that we're all interested in, we're always interested in what's going to happen tomorrow. The hardware that you see, and we've brought a little printer, and it's not little, I know, to here, it will become smaller, faster, physically lighter, and it will become more processing things. More of the technologies that we create going forward over the next few years will be green button. By that we mean my mum can operate it with 1 minute's training. And that means put a product into the process, press a button, and it will come out and it will match their expectations. Mobile and interchangeable systems. We know that the position of retail stores and the equipment in stores needs to change. We also know that events last maybe a week, 2 weeks. And actually the ability to move equipment around is a really important part of the retail process. And also creating a different type of product for each type of retail event. So it might be that we use digital foil blocking in one environment. Next week we go to engraving technology. The week after we would actually use a UV print technology. So we know that this is a requirement, and actually being flexible in delivery is something that's really important to all of us. Consistent quality of output is crucial to everybody within this room, whether you're in production environments, large production environments, or in store. It's critical that you can produce the same quality in one in store that you can produce 10,000 in a production facility. So the ideas that we have in terms of making production quality consistent across the process is really important. And that again requires all of us to work within the brand specifications and the product specifications. We see over a period of time more digitally specified imprintable products. So the stuff that we all print on today, that will become part of a process and a specification. And you see that within the higher volume environments and with the brands today, but that will find its way all the way down through the food chain. And essentially creating technologies that's suitable for the omnichannel world. We know that our technology needs to be everywhere and it needs to be embraced and engaged with everybody. So creating these types of processes is essentially our goal for the next few years. So just to brief up, there's 3 points that are really important when you do in-store. So there's obviously the customer experience. It has to be slick and well managed, and that's where we start designing each process from. The operator experience, that's the person that delivers it, is actually as crucially as important. There's nothing worse than approaching somebody at a personalisation station in a retail environment and they look like a rabbit in the headlights when you ask them to do something. So making the operator's experience as slick and clean as possible is really important. Then there's the brand experience. Many of these things are produced for the brand. So the brand's view of the process is very different to the consumers and to the supply chain that deliver it. And then there's the support experience. When things go wrong, and things always go wrong, that it's important that the process can be supported in store 7 days a week from sort of 8 in the morning till 8 at night, that there is a process. And every other piece of kit in a retail environment is generally supported in that way. So parts of what we're learning over the next few years is how to deliver those types of experience and how to create environments that deliver on all of those processes. So our environment is to create new experiences and to do it using the technologies that we have, both externally and within the rodent environment. And to essentially bring everybody with us to create real life, merchandisable, printable products in store that, that can deliver value and decent return for all of us here. So if you have any questions, please come and find me later. Thank you very much.